Chapter 3. Windows Full of Hats. Tilda Pinkerton? Madison May had never heard the name before. Who's she? Albert added. Sammy stared with parted little woodchuck lips, hands on his hips, disappointed. Children who don't know Tilda Pinkerton. He sighed and shook his head. Tilda Pinkerton is the magic hat maker. Whenever she gives you a hat, you can do or be whatever you want. Like being an astronaut? Albert asked. Most likely she'll have a hat for that, Sammy said. I didn't need anything fancy, just something for bullets. This Pinkerton helmet works wonders. Tilda added a bonus, too, as she particularly likes to do. I can run much faster with it on. I might even be able to outrun a shot. No one can do that, Albert said. You never know what you can do if you have a Tilda Pinkerton hat. Where is Tilda Pinkerton? Madison wanted to know. And how can we get us a hat? Albert asked. Tilda gives you a hat if you need or are ready for one, and most of all to create something wonderful, beautiful with it on. Visit her magic hat shop. Go and see what happens. Magic hat shop? Albert asked quietly. See, said Madison May, I told you it existed. They were about to ask where to find this shop, but Sammy had already gone. Hey, Albert called, where can we find this magic hat shop? The children looked both ways before crossing. Then Sammy popped up his head. Right there. He pointed a paw across the road and disappeared again. All the commotion stirred up a mass of monarch butterflies, rising into the air as one. When the view was clear, Madison May and Albert were shocked to see on the side of the road by the red tractor mailbox, where it hadn't been a moment before, a perfectly round hat shop. The butterflies fluttered over and landed on the tree-leaf roof that now looked as though it had stained glass wings for tiles. Wait! That wasn't there before. Where did it come from? Albert demanded, moving closer to his sister all the while. Magic, Madison May said simply. The children stared at the shop that was magnificent to behold. It looked like none other, and too almost like a window to another land. The pillbox shape was expansive, with broad, full windows, a lush green roof, and a brown, earthy foundation. A bubble could have dropped from the sky and grown roots. An infinity of hats filling every single window made the whole place even more spectacular. Curved over the entrance in beautiful writing was the name Tilda Pinkerton, carved in solid wood. Tilda Pinkerton, Madison May read aloud. She looked both ways before crossing the road again, holding tight onto Albert's hand. Up close, they stared in wonder. Every ounce of space inside was filled to the brim with hats. Fancy hats with feathers and ribbons and fluffy things propped up on stands. Serious-looking hats for professionals only. Black cowboy hats and glitzy sombreros slung haphazardly against the wall. Polka-dotted stocking caps spilling out into the hall. A variety of striped and candy-colored caps were stacked from floor to ceiling. All along the bottom of the windows were itty-bitty earthworm hats, and some even smaller for gnats. I didn't know there were this many hats in the world, Albert marveled, pressing his nose against the glass. Me neither, Madison May finally said, trying to take in the impossible. The entrance between the two front windows hadn't any door. It was simply an opening through which to enter. As Madison peered inside, there was movement and a sound of splashing. Both turned, startled, and there stood Tilda Pinkerton, spectacular in her long green coat with shimmering green beetle buttons. She smiled down at the children, who were too amazed to speak. There are many, many more where these come from. Hats can be so much fun. Some are meant for mere mice. Some are as big as the Heidelberg Tun. That's a whale. She winked at Madison. As Tilda spoke, Albert could not tear his eyes from her hat. She sported the strangest, most elaborate chapeau. Before him was an iridescent green top hat with a fish tank in its center. A bubble-eyed orange goldfish with sunglasses stared back at him, unblinking from the water. That's Frank V. He's a hotshot at sniffing out fact from myth, so try not to lie. He's easily miffed, she explained. Madison May was dazzled. She couldn't keep from gazing into Tilda's multicolored eyes of purple, green, and blue. Tilda looked like someone Madison May had known all her life, yet she knew they had never met before. "You're Tilda Pinkerton?" Madison May finally blurted. "Yes, I am. And you? And also you?" Tilda asked the two. "I am, Madison May Pace, and this is my brother, Albert." Madison May grinned in the sweetest way. She had never seen anyone so magical. This was no princess. Tilda was more of a goddess, a queen. Madison May was mesmerized. "Madison May and Albert," Tilda gently chimed. "I know a wonderful girl named Maggie May. She's a fabulous singer and lives far away. What your talent is, Miss Madison, I am curious to see. And Albert, have you yet given a thought about what you want to be?" "A rich man," Albert said without thinking twice. "A rich man," Tilda repeated. "And what will you do with your money?" "I would save Grandpa's farm if I could." Albert then looked at the ground. He didn't like to talk about this trouble. "Very noble indeed," Tilda murmured, sensing his pride and reluctance. "With your determination and heart, you will certainly succeed." He heard every word. It pleased him no end. Tilda then posed the same question to his sister. "I would love to sew beautiful things," Madison said. "To be able to make clothes as lovely as yours would be fantabulific." "So, a rich man and a fashion designer. I couldn't imagine anything finer. Feel free to step inside and see if you like any hats." No sooner had she spoken than Albert zoomed into the shop and disappeared into the maze of closets before Madison even knew he was gone. I'm sorry, Miss Tilda, but we don't have any money to buy any hats," Madison May said quietly. "Money? You won't need any inside this shop. Just imagination and a desire to create something wonderful, beautiful," Tilda threw open her arms, "in the world." Madison May smiled and stepped inside.
Tilda Pinkerton makes learning fun and bright at her magic hat shop. Wonderful website, TildaPinkerton.com.